Well, we are back in a familiar place after last weekend's race at New Jersey Motorsports Park. So, how did it go?
Didn't go too good. I mean, it went well for a couple of laps, and she started to act up like she was having a heat stroke.
Sassy.
Yeah.
You didn't hydrate enough.
Yeah, right.
Electrolytes,
That
Sassy.
is exactly what the problem was, hydration. I think I cut the oil back a little too much because she was getting too much oil in the bottom end before, and we went all through that. I did some things to stop the oil supply down, to cut the oil supply down a little bit, but I think it was too much because after the first practice we came back in, drained the oil, and it was under 2 ounces in the bottom end. Better too much than too little. I kind of think that's where the damage started, and after that it was just downhill. Not enough hydration due to lack of oil. That is my guess. We'll have to tear her apart and see. So I made this extension off the drain plug so we can drain the oil without taking the belly pan down. It made it a lot easier to check.
Right there.
I wasn't the only DNF down there. I mean, there was a lot of DNFs and a lot of red flags.
There's a lot of red flags. Better to be a DNF than a red flag.
I think the heat was getting the people.
It was really, really hot. This is why you want to have a belly pan, especially on a racetrack.
So other than squeezing the oil supply off, I like 4 to 6 ounces in the bottom. We were getting 10 plus. So I did some things to squeeze it off and get it back down, but I went too far, but I did. And the pistons are Wyco. I'm pretty kind of new with those, and I had like 5,000 skirt clearance. Maybe I should have went a little more. It's like I said, it's all experimenting, but last year we had pretty much the same setup, but I was running synthetic oil, and I think the synthetic oil saved it last year.
So do you think
we actually got a second place with it last year?
That's true. Do you think that if you hadn't been running the synthetic oil last year, that you would have had this problem happen earlier?
It's very possible, because if you recall, it was very hot last year also.
Oh, yes, it was like 100 degrees.
Yeah, it was like, what, in the mid-90s.
It was hot.
Mid-90s, close to 100 degrees. So, it's just a combination of things that caused the problem. So, anything we can do is tear her down and see what's going on, and I think I'm going to go back to synthetic oil after break-in, especially on hot weather days. Can you get us look at this? That's a shim. Always shim your motor. And do you know what that's from?
Yeah, it looks like a beer can. Specifically,
a Yangling beer can I use for a shim. They're about 4 thousandths. You can double them up, you know. But if you don't shim and you got too much gap between your motor and the mounts, you can break that. That'll break. So it's very important to shim your motor.
How many times have you done this?
Too many.
Little reminiscent.
A lot. You know, it's sometimes it gets old, you know.
Really?
Yeah, but then.
You like old things, old bikes?
Oh yeah. Old bikes and old cars.
So, rumor is you were gonna retire at this New Jersey race. Are you still thinking?
Well, what happened was, You know, I've been doing this for like 32 plus years, and get to be my age, there's other things you want to do, you want to catch up on, that you've been putting off all these years.
Like what?
Oh, I'd like to get into hot rods.
More racing.
Yeah.
Just a different mechanism of it.
Yeah, with 4 wheels.
But 2 wheels is so fun.
Yeah, it is so fun, but it takes a lot of time from other things, you know, but I was going to make this my last year, and went to check, and here my helmet's approved for 1 more year.
So you might as well, you know,
So I thought,
keep
well,
going.
might as well go for 1 more anyway.
Got to get all the years out of it.
That's right. See, when I started racing back in '93, it was supposed to be a one-time deal and done on Daytona Speedway.
You only chose like one of the most challenging places to start and finish.
Right. And I thought, how cool is it that you can build a race bike and race on the Daytona Speedway? So that's what I did. And I couldn't stop after that. We had to keep going. I think I raced like 3 or 4 more races that year. And it's been like every year since, nonstop. When I time this, for starters, I usually start around 36 degrees advance and then go by ear.
What?
I go by ear. I tune by ear after that.
But you can't even hear.
Well, I can hear this.
Okay.
Down under in Australia, those guys are pretty big into this hand shift class. And I'm wondering if you guys could leave something in the comments. Do you have to do all this safety wire stuff? And do you have a lot of rules? So years ago, I forget what year it was, they came over.
07. It was Daytona.
07?
Mm-hmm.
A group of them came over. It's like a couple dozen maybe. They got containers and shipped all their bikes over. And boy, was that a fun time. We had a lot of fun with those guys. And there were so many bikes out on the track. There was at least a couple dozen. And that's when I had a DNF. The bike wouldn't start. I think it was this motor. The bike wouldn't start in the pits. They're having the last call. We finally got it started, and I didn't make the warm-up lap. So I had to start dead last.
Oh no.
On the starting grid. And they started the race. I think I worked my way up to 12th place. It was about mid-pack. And it started running real lean and burnt an electrode
Oh geez.
off the spark plug and started running on 1 cylinder and had to bring it in. It was a real bummer. We were having a lot of fun out there. Speaking of Daytona and the race with the Australians, I became friends with one of the racers. His name was Al Fortune. Al's Fortune. And I met him on the infield of the Daytona Speedway. We were racing, coming around one corner, and we were leaning on each other, shoulder to shoulder. And he ended up going off the track, came back on, and we became friends after that, you know, kind of like pen pals. And then he passed away, I forget what from. He was really a cool guy. Yeah. I was always kind of hoping that would happen again. I kind of think that's the way I'd lingered on with the club, you know, hoping they'd come back. There are some new guys that are interested. I hope they come in, because it has been dwindling down to like 4 or 5 regulars, which is still fun. You know, if you're on the track racing with one guy and you're back and forth, that makes a race. Doesn't matter how many other guys are out there. It's a lot of fun. I tried something different with this carburetor, but I didn't get enough track time to really enjoy it. Always experimenting, always. I always share what I can, especially with new people. I share everything, you know, because when I started, I had an old guy shared everything with me.
And who is that?
That would be Al Knapp,
Legend.
the old legend, flat tracker. And I had the opportunity to race with him for quite a few years, really. And yeah, he shared everything with me. He'd always say after a telephone conversation, don't give up, don't give up. Because this can be frustrating. It can be. But he'd always say, don't give up. Are you ready? Yeah. Are you on? Yeah. All right. Now, we can start disassembling the motor and see what's up. Okay, Rachel's going to take the head off. Sounds like you broke something.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think I just gotta get this guy.
Well, I made this board up. And as we take them off,
Pretty
we'll put them in the
fancy.
correct location so they go back in the correct location. Yeah, so there were guys at the track saying, why don't you tear it down tonight? No.
I was one of them.
And we'll see if we can fix it and you can race again tomorrow.
I wanted to.
No, I'm past that.
Yeah, but it would have been so much fun doing all this
So
in
much
the dark
fun,
and
yeah,
losing
in the
things.
dark and losing tools and parts.
Yeah.
Hot, it was hot.
Very hot.
Okay, now we're going to break his head loose just by tapping it. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the moment of truth.
Dun dun dun.
You never know what we're going to see.
Oh boy.
Of course, the bad part could be down in the cylinder, or even down below. Don't want that to happen.